happy Tuesday. I have finally got round to filming a vlog today. I've had a very busy morning. I haven't had any breakfast or anything. All I've had is 2 coffees. So I'm having some Yeo Valley 0% kerned yogurt, which is free. I think it's a protein as well. I'm going to try and do an SP day. Obviously, if this is not a protein, then it's not an SP breakfast, but I think it is. I'm going to double check. But either way, it's fine. And then I've just put half a teaspoon of sweetener in there, which is free. I think if you have a tablespoon, it's half a sin. I never use that in a day. I probably don't even use that in a week, but just sometimes I like a little bit of sweetness to it. And then I've got blueberries and raspberries, which are both speed. And I'm just having my 3rd coffee, using my almond unsweetened milk, which is my first healthy extra A for today. I've just packed away all the wrapping. I've been wrapping Christmas presents for the boys, so it's all put away, hidden. I've just got these little boxes over here, which they're Christmas Eve boxes. I can't fit the book in. I like to buy my book each, and in fact I'll show you what I've got. I've got them these little boxes which I just got off Etsy. So in here we've got a little hot chocolate drink which I got in town. Which was only £1, which I thought was quite sweet. Some Christmas pyjamas. I couldn't get any Christmas pyjamas. They'd sold out of everywhere, apart from these Marks and Spencer's ones, which are game related, which is fine because Sydney and Ralph both like a little bit of gaming. I've also got Rudolph food to go in there as well, and then I've just got a book which won't fit in there. Sydney's is all okay. His is ready to go. I could have put his book inside, actually. It would have fitted in there, but I thought I'd better leave them both out. So yeah, and then they're just going to go up into the bedroom, and I'll bring them down the day before Christmas Eve, so they can open them up and see what they've got later on. Yeah, I'll catch up with you later. Hello, so I thought I'd come in here and have a little chat with you. Excuse the hair, I've just washed it, just had a quick shower and hair wash, because I did a workout. I did an RWL Fight Club workout. I was going to do a Joe Wicks HIIT or a weighted workout, you know when you're not feeling it. And I saw that RWL did a live Fight Club at the weekend on Sunday, and my mum was here, so I didn't have a chance to do it. But yeah, I've just done it now, so I feel much better. I'm glad I do. I do like a Fight Club workout, a little bit of boxing, get a bit of out of me. Plus I need a hair wash, so I thought do a next workout, then I've got to wash my hair. So yes, anyway, I have wrapped all the kids' presents. I have, apart from one massive one, which is a skateboard. It's in a box, but it's got like a little kit, and we thought we're just going to leave it in the box because it'd be easier to wrap. But I need Darren's help with that because it's just a bit fiddly. So yeah, I'm going to wait and we'll try and do that tonight, and then we're going to have to put it in the loft because at the moment it's just been sitting in the corner with Darren's put some clothes on it so the kids won't kind of notice it. But I think as soon as you wrap it up, it will be noticeable. So it's been there for about a month and a half and they haven't touched it. So yeah, that's the plan. I think I'm going to try and do that tonight, and then we can put it in the loft so it's out of the way. But all the others, it's all together. I think I've only got to get some chocolate coins for them, and that's it. And then I've just got to get my mum's present, and then I'm pretty much done. So a couple of you have actually emailed me, not emailed me, sorry, messaged me on Instagram just asking, am I still vlogging? That isn't the reason why I'm doing this video. It's just, I just haven't had time. If I'm totally honest, I've just not had time. Or I start a video, I do my breakfast, my lunch, and then I completely forget about the dinner, showing you that. Or I start with breakfast and then I forget the lunch, and I thought I'll do the dinner, but it just doesn't, when I like to do a video, I just like to show you the whole amount of exactly what I'm eating, like snacks as well. So today is my day off. I've got a day's holiday. That's why I was wrapping, just to kind of get it done, because the evenings now are just taking up. The kids, Sydney's getting to the age where he stays up a little bit later, and he's really good. He's a really good boy. He always goes to bed, used to go to bed about 8, half 8. Now it's half 8, 9. Ralph's about 8. And yeah, it's just getting to the age where by the time he's gone to bed and then we watch a little bit of TV, I kind of forget about I've got to wrap the presents. So that's what, but I had some holiday to use up, so I thought I'd just get it done, out the way. I'm off Friday, so I can finish wrapping up the yeah, we always get the in-laws, my mum, my dad and my stepmum, and my nan as well. We always get them a calendar, so which is of the kids and that. So I've got to wrap those, and that's about it really. And then I'm pretty much done. But I do need to go into town on Friday to get my mum's present. I could have gone into town quickly now, but by the time I get there, it's just going to be a bit of a rush, and I'm getting a bit hungry. But otherwise, I have been absolutely fine. I have, apart from, so a couple of weeks ago, I was a bit just eating like crap. I did talk about it on Instagram. I was just eating rubbish, sugary stuff, feeling rubbish. So last week, my consultant gave me one of those little pieces of paper, you know, where you fill out what you've eaten. I thought I'd write everything down. I do always write everything down in my Princess Planning book, or whatever one I got at the time. But I thought I'm going to do it for my consultant, and I did it. I actually left it at home and left it on the fridge. But I really wanted to like have a really perfect week, and I had a really perfect week. And I stepped on the scales on Friday and put on a pound. Star Week arrived the day before. It's fine. I'm not worrying about the number in the scales. I thought I could have just like been thought, do you know what, sod it. But actually I've had a really good week. Friday, I said last week was really good, but Friday I stuck to it. Saturday I had a few more sins, but like they weren't over the sins, they were just like within my sin allowance. Saturday and Sunday was within my sin allowance, so that was all okay. But it was heavier on the sins. Yesterday was a good day, and then today again is going to be a good day. I'm going to try and do SP days for a couple of days, just because I feel a little bit, I'll feel a little bit lighter. My only problem is I find the week after Star Week, once Star Week's finished and then I weigh on the Friday, I tend to not lose anything, or I tend to gain. But then I have already gained last week. To be honest with you, since the lockdown opened up again and group reopened, I haven't weighed myself at home. So I did weigh myself after group on Friday. Bear in mind I had a drink and that. You know, I drank my bottle of water there, and I also had a coffee that I took with me. But I weighed, I think it was actually what I weighed at group, so it might have been slightly less at home. And then I weighed on Saturday morning, and that weight had gone that I put on and more. I haven't weighed since, and I'm not going to weigh again, just because I don't want to get in that habit. But if I know that I'm trying, then I know it's good. I mean, I did talk about this on Instagram the other day, and I think I did mention on here in a vlog that I was going to do, but I never finished. But I weighed myself, so it was mid-cycle about 2 weeks ago. I weighed myself one day, and I weighed myself. I think it was in lockdown, so it was just literally like the week before going back to group. So it's about 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And I weighed myself. I thought, oh, I've got a really good loss. That's the day, because that was it. I was going to weigh it on a Wednesday. Usually I was weighing on a Thursday, ready for my Zoom call on the Friday. But because of the week before I did it on the Wednesday, it was fine. And then I thought, before I submit it, I'll just check on the Thursday. I'd put on £6 overnight. Now that is not humanely possible to put that weight on. It was water retention. And there's a guy I follow on Instagram, and I try and tag him below, but he explains about water retention and everything. Obviously I knew all this, but it puts him talking about it. You know, he is a qualified PT. He knows what he's talking about. He's not the only one that talks about that. Plenty of other PTs who are qualified to talk about that, have that understanding, and that's why if you've got a good PT, they will tell you not to worry about what's on the scales. And a good consultant as well with Slimming World, they will tell you not to worry about what's on the scales, because if you're doing a heavy weight session, the next day you're going to hold on to water, because your body's like, whoa, you've used muscle that you don't normally use, and it's going to feed that muscle with water, so you're going to get water retention. And that's exactly what happens with me. Also mid-cycle, you hold on to water retention. It's called being a woman. Men as well, you know, some men have hormone imbalances. It's not unusual. So getting that understanding has made me realise not to worry about it, because my clothes aren't feeling tight. they do obviously time in the month and they do mid-cycle, they feel tighter, but then a few days later it's fine. And like my trousers that I'm wearing now, they felt, you know, about 3 days ago they felt really tight, and now they feel absolutely fine. I'm not too worried about it, but it is really frustrating when it happens all the time, and it's always happened throughout my journey. But I've got to stop these bad weeks happening, because they didn't happen when I was doing my journey. I had 3 months where it was like, when I say 100%, I was 100%. Like, okay, there was the odd day where I went over my sins by, you know, having a glass of wine or something, and then I'd pull that back, but that was very rare. Month period, I think I lost like 2 or 3 pounds. That's just because, and that was basically because of doing heavyweight sessions in the summer. It was a really hot summer, and I hold on to water retention. Whenever we go on holiday, I always have to like take the size bigger, not because I'm going to eat too much, because I swell up. Like my fingers like swell up in the summer. I always swell up. And then come the September, the weight started coming off because it was getting cooler and things like that. And that's, you know, eventually it was starting to progress, shall we say. But I've got to know, but since I hit target, I haven't been having great weeks. I have been having bad weeks. They're not bad, you know, and it's not because, you know, we're having like, you know, takeaway every week or anything like that. We're not. Like, our takeaways is pretty much Wagamama, so that's all we get, and we don't even do that once a month. But it's, for me, it's chocolate, crisps, snacky food. My breakfast, lunch and dinner, even prior to Slimming World, has always been brilliant. It's the snacking. You know, I used to snack on nuts, which, you know, natural nuts is fine, but when you're having handfuls at a time, that's not fine. When you're having bar of chocolate and then you have another bar of chocolate, that's not fine. When you're having a packet of crisps and then you go and have another 2 or 3 packets of crisps, that's not fine. They're just basically having extra calories that I just don't need. And that's where my problem is. It's like I'm all or nothing, and I think that's something I really am working on so hard, trying to just get rid of this habit that I've just got myself into. I can have 4 days a week where I'm perfect, and then on 3 of those I just undo all my hard work. Or yeah, I have a weekend where it's busy. Obviously not at the moment, I haven't been out, but when I have prior COVID, I've, you know, you have busy weekends and it's just kind of like, oh, I've had a bad weekend, so then I end up eating, I'll have some toast and butter and things like that I don't need, and then it kind of, I spend the next 2 days before weigh-in or whatever trying to undo the bad, but by then it's too late. So this is something I really have to work on, and that is something I just kind of want to talk about, because, you know, people can judge you and things like that, what they like, but I know how I put on weight. I haven't put on weight by eating bad breakfast, lunches and dinners. As I said, my dinners are great. I've put on weight because I snack on unhealthy snacks. Yeah, chocolate was my weakness. Like, when I said prior to Ralph, I was fairly okay. I maintained my weight. I was active, always like doing workouts, going running. Yeah, I'd have chocolate and things like that, but I was always active. And then I fell pregnant with Ralph, put the weight on because I couldn't exercise. I had that, is it SPD they called it? I can't remember what it's called, but it was really painful. So I had like soft pelvis. Basically, it was really painful to exercise. So I did a bit of walking, but not enough. And it was around Easter that I kind of was, after I'd had my 12-week scan, it was around Easter, and I just basically ate a lot of chocolate. And being the good mother that I am, I ate Sydney's chocolate because he was too young. Well, he wasn't too young to have chocolate, but he was too young to eat that amount of chocolate. And I just carried on eating chocolate and crisps and not so great stuff. And the weight piled on. I put on 3.5 stone, which took me that long to lose. And even though I am like a size 12/14 in some cases, yeah, I'm more of like 12-14 at the moment, I'd say. My jeans are still a 12, but my tops if it's like a buttoned up top, not that I'm actually wearing any buttoned up top because I'm not wearing blouses or anything like that. It's literally wearing t-shirts. But even like tighter fitting t-shirts, I need a 14 because yeah, probably just back fat, I guess. But it's nothing, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just my weight has always fluctuated. I just need to nip this in the bud now. So that's my plan over the next, well, now really. I'm not too worried about Christmas. Christmas Day and Boxing Day I tend to relax. We don't have, breakfast we tend to just have, to be honest, I don't really have much of a breakfast on Christmas Day. I tend to just get everything ready and everything like that. I might have a couple of boiled eggs. I know it's a bit boring, but then I have the full dinner. I do have pigs in blankets. Don't have bread sauce. We don't tend to have those bits, but it's just a roast dinner with pigs and blankets. And then have the cheese balls and things like that in the evening because I love, we have the French baguettes and cheeses and things like that, and I enjoy them. And I might have a bit of pate. I don't overindulge. We don't have tins of chocolate. I never buy them, never have done really, because if they're there I'll eat them. I probably did when I was pregnant with Ralph, or in the run up, or just after I had him because he was born in the October, so I probably did have some that Christmas. But yeah, like last year I bought them because I wanted the tin. And in the end I had to get down and take them to work because I just kept picking at them. So I've said this year I'm not buying them. I've got my tin, I don't need one. And then Boxing Day, it's picky bits. So again, it'll be a light breakfast, but then it will be all the picky bits and having pickles and mashed potatoes and things like that, and hams and everything like that. So it'll be fairly okay. But then in the middle of that, it will be the wine and the Prosecco, and I will have some. But then usually by then I feel absolutely like I did last year and the year before. I always feel a bit blah, so I just want to eat like a green soup or something that's homemade. I want to have healthy food, so I'm not too worried, but I really want to try between now and then. Luckily there's no socializing at the moment, so that's kind of helps there, but I just want to, between now and then, I just want to eat really good food, feel better, and just feel a little bit lighter come Christmas Day. I feel now I've waffled way too much. I am going to go and make some lunch and sit and watch. I'm watching Netflix Jane the Virgin, which is really cheesy, really completely random, completely far-fetched sometimes, but I love it. Darren is like, why are you watching it? But I'm going to sit and have my lunch and I'm going to watch that, and then I've got to go and dry my hair ready for the school run. So here is my lunch. I've got a Weight Watchers wrap, which is my healthy extra beef for today. I've got some spinach, there's some rocket salad on there, I think watercress as well. It's like a mixed bag with cucumber and beetroot, which is all free. And then I've got chicken breast that I fried with the Sainsbury's Cajun seasoning, which is all free. I just removed all the fat and everything. I've got 30 grams of grated red Leicester, the Sainsbury's one, which is my healthy extra A, the second one for today. And then I've got some lighter than light mayonnaise. I just basically put the wrap and everything on there, and then I just popped it on the scales and weighed out the level tablespoons worth of lighter than light mayonnaise. It's Sainsbury's Be Good to Yourself, which is only half a sin. So yes, that is my lunch for today. I'm going to have this whilst watching something on Netflix. So I've just had my lunch and I fancy something a little bit sweet, but I didn't want to have a hi-fi bar or a biscuit or anything like that. So I'm going to have one of these yogurts. It's a peach and passion fruit, the Milbona protein yogurt. They are 1 cent each. They're really, really nice and they're so filling. And there was like 22 grams of protein per pot. Yes, I'm going to have this, finish the rest of my water, and then I've got to go and do the school run in about 40 minutes. So here's my dinner for tonight. I've got salmon, which I've sprinkled with some 7 Thai spice, which is free. It's the shorts one. I just baked that in the oven. I've got cauliflower rice, which is free and speed. I've got red onion, mushrooms, and some kale. It's the Carvalho kale. It's the dark green one. That's all free and speed. And then broccoli as well, which is free and speed. And then I've just drizzled 1 level tablespoon of Blue Dragon sweet chilli sauce, which is 1.5 sins. So I'm just finishing off the evening. I'm having a little sweet treat, but I didn't want to have chocolate, so I'm having some frozen medjool dates. That's 25 grams. It is just slightly under, but I'm going to count it as 25 grams. So that's 3.5 sins. I'm just gonna have that the last of my almond unsweetened milk. But yeah, popped them in the freezer the other day when I first purchased them, and they're sort of like, they give it like a chewy sort of toffee kind of feel. So I'm ending the day on 6.5 sins. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you very soon. Take care. Bye.